become best friends. Yep.
Welcome to Beyond Average Nerds. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Heyo, welcome back to the Beyond Average Nerds podcast. This is the podcast where giving your friend a 10-second card doesn't make you family, but sadly, your buddy marrying your sister does. I am your host, Mason Merrill. Joining me today is the Bird Intern, aka Aaron, and Westin, aka Street Fox. What's going on, guys?
Cheers, gentlemen. I was in the middle of blowing my nose when we went live, and I was like, whatever, it'll be fine.
I feel like I gave you ample, we did the countdown, and then we did the
I was
intro,
still kind of sniffly though, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna have to keep pausing my mic every time because I'm like a little stuffy. So I'm just gonna blow my nose now, get it out of the way. I won't have to worry about it for the rest of the show.
I mean, considering Aaron, this is like a normal Monday for you. I don't think I've seen you the past 20 years with you not being slightly stuffy. So honestly, we should just be used to it by now.
Look, not all of us are rich enough to afford deviated septum surgery. All right, West.
Okay, so hold up here. Out of all the people here, who has health insurance?
I have health insurance.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. You're so rich that you can afford surgery without health insurance.
I can't even afford health insurance, Aaron.
That's how much money this guy
has.
That's
how corrupt this government is, where I can afford everything else, but I can't afford health insurance. I literally tried to get it yesterday, and I just gave up. I was like, it's too much. Yeah, it's too much.
It's insane.
I hope I don't get deathly ill, because if that happens, I'm going bankrupt.
True. Staying indoors.
Heck yeah. Well, how's everybody doing? It's been a minute here.
It has.
That's usually our mantra going into these shows. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a month. It's been a few days. Yeah.
It been? How long has it been? A month?
I'd say probably 4 episodes. Yeah.
Okay.
Coming back at you with your monthly Bandcast podcast.
I mean, look, we just put out 9 months worth of content, so people should be grateful that we're back this soon, I think.
But by 9 months of content, Aaron really means 9 minutes worth, but whatever, maybe 90 minutes.
Look, if you can listen to 4-hour-long podcasts in 90 minutes, I mean, you'd have to listen to them all at the same time and at 1.5 times speed.
So 4 hours worth of podcasts is
just
you breaking down one game, correct?
Yes, that's true. that's why I'm doing overrated, underrated tonight, because otherwise it would take way too long.
Oh yeah, that's a nice little tease for what's coming at the end of the podcast. But yeah, we are actually going to see each other this weekend.
Yes, sir.
A rare occasion that is getting not so rare that I love. So it's cool.
Aaron Tootin. #COVID's over.
Don't say that.
Yeah, please. I actually don't want the government to take down our podcast if we say anything about the C word.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's true.
We're gonna have
the real C word.
Yeah,
we're gonna have the little disclaimer, check your facts. Fact checker disclaimer.
Yeah.
We're gonna have that going on.
Isn't that crazy? Where you go on Instagram now, and even if they don't say it, and someone just knows that you're talking about anything related to the thing, then it immediately has the disclaimer with it popped up. I'm like, how do they know?
Is that a real thing?
Yes.
That's so weird. I don't use social media.
Yeah.
So not really. Not really, honestly. I use TikTok. That's about it.
I use Twitter a lot.
It's on TikTok too. It's the same thing.
Did you added me on TikTok, didn't you, Weston?
Probably.
I'm not a TikToker. Yeah, that's I'm a boomer over here, as the kids call us these days.
Dude, I resisted it for so long because I knew it was going to track
boomer.
me.
It's fun.
It's too good. I couldn't stay away.
There's a stream that I found of a guy that just plays Beyblade on stream on TikTok. It is so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, no, I showed that video to my 2-year-old and he was mesmerized. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. No, my son
you know how exciting Instagram was and informative at one point it was? And now it's just kind of
trash. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of garbage now. That's what TikTok to me feels like now. There
Yeah.
is a lot of garbage on it, and sometimes like my algorithm is getting just wildly incorrect. But a lot of
Mhm.
times they're like, how did you know I wanted to watch a guy build a pipeline in Arkansas?"
Yes, exactly.
I'm like,
That's the
"Give
thing.
me
It's
more
like
of this."
it's like Reddit, it's kind of the
True.
same thing. It's just like if you filter it down to what you like, then you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Mine's
once
just like a
once the
bunch of
algorithm like learns what you're like liking and you're into, it's actually pretty
yeah,
good.
Bro,
yeah,
new
exactly.
TikTok idea. You hit up some of the Ring cameras at your pools and you do like the what do you call the thing where they speed it all up, those movies where they do it, but in the middle of it you do a
Time
TikTok
lapse?
dance. Time lapse. Yeah. You do the time lapse, but in the middle of it you do a TikTok dance while you're cleaning the pool, So you're
Oh
just like
man,
working along cleaning the pool and then boom, you're doing a TikTok dance.
I'm just up on the spa, just slinging it.
Yeah. We just
Okay,
got all these
okay.
things. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey
Okay.
man, that honestly that would sell. I could get sponsored by chlorine tabs.
Yeah.
True.
Not the
Those are
brand.
expensive right now, by the
They
way.
are expensive right
This podcast brought to you by Chlorine Tabs. Chlorine Tabs, ride the wave.
Right?
now.
Oh man,
Chlorine
that's
tabs. Inject
wonderful.
them in your system, and you'll be cleared of everything.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine to the
fine.
C word. You'll be clear to the C word.
True.
Oh,
Have a
which
little
C
munch.
word are we talking about though? Let's
And
be honest.
it's funny because
Definitely not my favorite curse word.
I was hanging out with Mason's mom yesterday. And we were at the pool,
Oh,
and
yeah.
don't worry about it. It's fine. It's just me and her hanging out. But anyway, she was talking. We were talking about like laundry and stuff. She was like, "Yeah, I just bought some TidePods." I was like, "Oh, did you get hungry?" She's like, "Yeah, they're delicious."
Okay.
I was just so
That's the
happy.
mom conversation ever.
I
I
just-
bought
I was-
laundry detergent.
I was so happy that she got the joke though. Like she's the coolest mom. Anyway,
No, real talk. Have you ever seen a Tide Pod and wanted to bite it though? Have you ever seen a Tide Pod and thought like, if I bite this, will it be good?
No.
No, you guys are liars. Okay, F both of you, you're liars.
I
know.
smelt it and wanted to eat it. I'm not
Thank
gonna
you.
lie.
There we
But
go.
I do that with like Pine Sol. Like I love the
too.
smell of Pine Sol. I could drink Pine Sol.
I know, but when you hold it in your fingers, it's
Mhm.
like just the right consistency where you're like, I kind of want to bite this, like, but I'm not because I'm a grown man. But if I was a child, I probably would have bit it.
This podcast brought to you by TidePods. Ride the wave.
The way
I love how Aaron's mom was literally just in the background, like, "Shut up!"
Yeah, she's like, "Stop it being so loud."
We're like, "Go away, mom!"
Mom, get out of here.
This podcast brought to you by moms, right away.
Katie says you guys are messed up. That
Mm.
is truth. Yeah. Well,
Not my fault that
anyway,
my office is right next to my mom's room. Here we are.
here we
Anyway,
are. Well, anyway, yeah.
just
so
for the really quickly, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Just for the listeners out there that don't know this, she lives with me. I don't live with her.
Okay, so what I do want to talk about is what we're doing this weekend, which is the pre-release Pokemon tournament at Mushy Head Comics. As if anybody's watching, you'll see on the screen. Yes, so that it's going to be fun. And so we were explaining the rules to Weston. Do you understand how it's going to work now, Weston?
Okay, so let me just describe what I think it is, and you can just tell me if I'm wrong. So all of us we're all gonna get a base set, where like a starter set of a deck, and then we get so many booster packs. I think it's like 5 or 6, and then from those booster packs, four. Sorry,
Yep.
4, and then from those we can add or take away cards to make like build our own deck as best as possible. So it's nice because no one has like a technically like a truly unfair advantage, but there is some RNG. But still, there's a lot where the deck building comes in, meaning like if you know what to do with the deck, then you're gonna have a better chance of winning the tournament overall.
Right. So it is 40,000. Yeah, so it's 40 cards and
40,000 cards.
Yeah,
I
40,000.
literally thought you were saying that the winner gets $40,000, and I was about to just stab everyone in the shop.
Right. Yeah. I just I had
They
to
just have
block
it in cash sitting around on a table.
I just had to block a spammer in chat. Sorry about that. Yeah, so there's 40 cards and in the deck 30 card deck where there's usually 40, right? Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct. 60 normally.
60.
It's a 40 card deck.
40 card.
Normally it's 60.
Normally 60. Sorry.
Yeah,
I got
it's okay.
Twitter pated by the spammer. Yeah, so anyway, and then you so you get like kind of a base deck of just cards within the set, like an evolution line. Is it
Mhm.
two? It's two evolution lines. Everybody gets one of the same, and then there's a different one in there, right?
Yeah, there's two different evolution lines. Well, in the last one anyway. I mean, I don't know if it'll be that different, but it was two evolution lines, and like in the last tournament, it was like fire and water in one, and then ground and psychic in the other. And they were never like mixed together. Like it wasn't like ground and water in one and fire and psychic in another or something like that. So yeah, it was
Right.
just two and two.
Yeah. So anyway, and then they provide energies, so you build out your deck, and then they provide the energies, and then
Mhm.
hopefully you get some rare cards. I did not get a rare card in my packs that I could use.
Mhm.
It was just an item card, like a gold item card or whatever. And so like, but Aaron, you got the Moltres that you were able to use in the last
Mhm.
one. And so yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, I did pretty well for not, because I had the Cinderance, which was pretty strong in that set. But yeah, so hopefully I get something rare this time that I can actually use and be able to
Yeah.
mess people up with.
Yeah,
So it's a fun
absolutely.
time though. Yeah.
But you don't want to get anything too rare because then I don't want to play with it. So there's a
Yep.
sort of double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Like you want it where it's going to help your
Right.
deck
Right.
and it's a good card, like a GX at least. But you don't want these like rainbow rare,
Right.
Mhm.
or hyper rare cards because I'm not going to play with it. Even if I could use
Yeah.
it, I'm going to put it in a sleeve and put it away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
So,
well, the other thing, well, one, there's no more GX cards. It's just V and V Max cards now. But so you don't have to worry about that. But
That's
well,
awesome.
it's nice just because you don't have to evolve them, I'm just saying. But
Okay.
but um the thing with the V cards is that because there's only four prize cards. If you kill a V card, it's two down. So
right.
if you have two V Pokemon out on the field and they manage to kill both of them, that's the game. So that was the really challenging part last time is, like you said, Weston, is like if you get a really nice card, you're like, I kind of want to use it, but also it's a double-edged sword because if you do, they're getting twice as many they're getting twice as many prize cards, and the tournament's your round is basically half over at that point. It's nuts. And you don't want to use
Yes.
V Max. That's insane. So
Yeah, and you have like 30 minutes to build, and then you go straight into battle, and it's best of
Mhm.
3. And so like and it goes fast too, and the people there, they're pretty hardcore. They're like, you sit
Mhm.
down and you get to work, like, and there's no like, you better be calling your moves and doing your things, in which we practiced that a lot, which was
Yeah.
cool. Like even
Mhm.
more when we all played together down there in Austin. So like calling every move, and like, and I was just like, I was playing cards, and he's like, okay, bro, you have to call your move. I was like, oh snap, I'm total newbie at this. So
Mhm.
anyway, I think I'll be going in a little more prepared of like, oh, I actually kind of know what I'm doing now, and can kind of hopefully build out a little strategy if I just don't get nerfed in cards. So anyway, we did good
Yeah.
last time, so I'm hoping if I can at least do better than 7th, 8th place, which we came in last time, I'll
Mhm.
be happy with that.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
I just enjoyed it. I mean, I think it's just fun. Everybody there is super cool.
yeah,
And it's like,
just a good
it's great.
environment.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, it's a bunch of people, guys and girls our age, that played Pokemon when they were kids and are just kind of like keeping the tradition alive,
Right.
basically. And like our kids came with us, everybody was super nice to them. And it was just such a fun experience. And it's just like, we have a really great community. I'm sure not every community is exactly the same, but I think just in general, like people our age that still play Pokemon, we're all like pretty chill individuals because like we all
True.
get that like we're adult human beings that play Pokemon.
Yeah, and it's really awesome because they built such a good community there that people drive from other towns. Like some of the bigger
Mhm.
cities, they don't even have that good of a Pokemon community.
Yeah.
They drive from other cities to come like hang out in these tournaments and stuff too.
Yeah.
So
It's awesome. Shout out Mushy, dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
heck yeah, dude.
absolutely.
So yeah, anyway, looking forward to that this weekend. Looking forward to get a little hangs and have some good times
Mhm.
this weekend. So
Yeah. Fight Weston in Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh, I
yeah,
thought I literally was thinking, oh, I'm gonna fight you in real life, and I just like got so excited.
bro, he's
Weston hears
not
the
Vin
word
Diesel
fight
over
and
here, bro.
he's just like ready to go. What's that?
He's not Vin Diesel over here, bro.
Yeah, dude. No, 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 no.
I'm
Family.
about my family though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Guilty Gears, you've been playing that a lot. I saw like you were trying to. Did that come out on PlayStation 5 this week or something? Is that what it was? Or
No, it came out a few months ago actually, but it happened to be on sale because it was still $60. And I was like, I don't
It's
really
not
want to
worth
pay
60
six.
bucks.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really want to pay $60 for a fighting game that I'm only going to play every once in a while kind of thing. But it
Right.
was on sale for $40 with the PlayStation summer sale. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll buy it for 40. No big deal. And it's like, it's honestly probably like, other than maybe like Soul Calibur 4 or 5, one of my favorite fighting games I've ever played. It's so much fun.
Nice.
I think
Yeah.
the input and the way the characters interact, like it has like a
Mhm.
really really high skill cap too. Because like
Yes.
I mean, me
Huge.
and one of my other friends who loves fighting games, and he's
Mhm.
extremely good. Like we played, and I immediately like it was easy enough to understand where I got into it, and it was having a great time and enjoying myself.
Mhm.
But I know that like a lot of the high level like tournament or pro or amateur pro or whatever like fighting game enthusiasts love this game because it
Mhm.
plays so well and so like exacting. So
Yeah.
um I think that's the cool thing about it is like it's anyone can play that game and it's super fun and you'll have a good time and it feels just good to play. But then like when you're in the ultra high level of fighting game competitions, they're enjoying it too, which is great.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really, you hit the nail on the head. That's why I love it, because it's like I was playing against my 6-year-old and he was having a fun time and he's kind of button mashing and I'm like kind of going easy on him a little bit, but he's still like doing halfway decent, just button mashing even. And then like, but then at the same time, like you get into these like online games and it's so technical. And like especially like when you're doing like perfect blocks and Roman counters and things like that, like it just gets nuts. And um yeah, like every character. There's not a huge character list, but every single character is completely different from one another. Um, Even like like my thing is like in some fighting games and what have you, like you just hit like R2 or whatever, use your ultimate skill, like, and you just like blast half somebody's health away just hitting a single button. And in this, you have to actually put in the full combo to even to use your ultimate. It's like old Street Fighter games kind of style too. And I mean, Guilty Gear's been around for a long time, so the fact that they're kind of holding on to that tradition of having fun with the game and keeping it to where anybody can play it on normal and enjoy it, or play against your buddies who aren't super good and enjoy it, but also it just skill caps out like insanely
Yeah,
high,
that's
and you
cool.
can play it like, I mean, like I said, I was earlier, I was playing against a guy who was level like 94, I was level 20, and
Oh,
he just
interesting.
like he was playing very safe at first, and so I beat him on the first round, and then he beat me like 6 times in a row. It was ridiculous, like, because we kept rematching each other. I was like, this guy's a lot of fun to play against. And he was playing Kai and just crushed me, but it was still fun all the same. And yeah, it's been a joy to really like learn that technical level of game.
Yeah, that's cool. How does it I know just like the other premier real fighting game out there is DBZ Fighters.
Mhm.
How does it compare to that?
Honestly, I don't even know. I haven't
Oh,
played
okay.
DBZ Fighters or anything, so I couldn't tell
Yeah.
you. Do you know?
Like
Do you know Wes? Have you played
no,
that?
no, the same here
Okay.
is like I know that a
Okay.
lot of the like professional fighting game streamers and like esport guys, they like
Mhm,
DBZ fighters. They definitely had like hold that one relatively high as well, but
mhm.
they like this one a lot more. So
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is this one is just more technical, and
Yeah.
because like, and even the fact that there's less characters right now, like a lot of like the big time enthusiasts with fighting games, they don't want
Yeah.
like brawls or super like Smash Bros Ultimate right now. There's too many, and
Yeah.
it
Not
gets
too many, dude, for
yeah,
sure.
and then and because they're like whenever they come out with someone new, like of course the new characters are always broken, so everyone wants to buy them and stuff like that.
Right.
Mhm.
Whereas like this, there was one that was like S tier, but I think they fixed it, so they're all like there's a lot more viable characters right now.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
how fighters kind of started. They had, just a few, and
Yeah,
then it
Yeah.
got super high ratings. And I think it still ranks pretty high in fighting games, but
it
there's been
does.
so much DLC packs and all kinds of stuff out there.
Mhm.
So, anyway, I've been meaning to kind of pick that up, the DBZ fighters on that because it's been
Oh, yeah.
super cheap recently. So,
Yeah,
anyway, maybe I'll get
if
on
you
that.
pick it up, I'd play it with you for sure. Because I've been
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
been one of those games that I've wanted to play for a long time too, just because I know that we're all huge DBZ fans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that one has gotten like really good reviews. I just know like as a one-on-one base, fighting game, mano a mano, like Strive kind of, I think, from my understanding, takes the cake.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And there,
awesome.
I was to say with the season pass too, if you buy the season pass, I think there's 4, I wanna say, characters coming out with the season pass as well. There's
Mm.
1 already out, and then I think there's like 3 or 4 more on the way.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're
That's
adding a
cool.
little bit to it along the way. Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad you've been enjoying that. That's pretty neat. Yeah. another thing that I kind of wanted to talk about is I actually guested on a Power Rangers podcast, Ranger Command Power Hour, a few weeks
Yeah.
ago. So I wanted to give a special shout out to those guys. They've been super nice to me, Zach and Eric, and we had a good time talking some Power Rangers Dino Fury. So go check their podcast out. And yeah, it was just definitely a fun, good, nerdy time chatting up all that. You guys know how much I love to talk Power Rangers. So,
Dude, I do. Actually, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, honestly, like that is the most organic like pairing for someone to bring you on, because this is
Oh,
not
yeah.
even like it's not like you even had a reprieve ever in your life where you were talking or like watching or keeping up with like collectibles of Power Rangers. Like this has been ingrained in you as much as like I don't know, even like Pokemon's ingrained in me, like where it's like
right.
Yeah.
I'm like ride or die till the end. Like I
Yeah.
never miss a season of watching like the animated series, which is
Yeah.
just, you know, it would seem silly as like a 31-year-old man to be watching Pokemon, but
Same.
it's just like I'm all in forever. I don't care if I'm 90
Yeah,
or whatever.
right.
And that's like with I mean, I know you guys like Pokemon too, but you do, but specifically you with Power Rangers has been, I mean, literally when we lived together, when we were teenagers,
Yeah.
after that, like it just never stopped. Now that
My ringtone on my
Yeah.
phone.
your ringtone on your
Yeah.
phone, like
Not for over 10 years.
I'm literally I'm Zordon in your phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, this is the story though, because like Westin would purposely text me in the morning because we lived upstairs pretty far apart on two ends of the house. And so Westin would just randomly text me to hear the ringtone go off. And then he'd yell, Zordon! Zordon! And so I put him as Zordon on my phone because he just
I
randomly
love it.
yells Zordon. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, it's that was a good time. So shout out to those guys. Everybody should listen to their podcast, Ranger Command Power Hour. They put out new episodes pretty regularly. And actually, this last week they just talked to Ryan Parrott, the writer of the comic books, because a pretty big issue came out. And
That's dope.
and right before that, last month they had another episode where they talked to him really in depth, or Eric did, and it was really good stuff if you like those comics. So it was a really
awesome.
cool, fun breakdown. Yeah.
I have a quick question. When did the Power Rangers comics like start really going, and like for how long have they been really as good as they are? Because as like someone who, I mean, I did watch Power Rangers like when I was young,
Yeah.
like the first two seasons, and I like it, but the comics have been like incredible actually. Like instead of just
They're
being
so
something
good.
that's nostalgic, like it's like they're very, very good.
Yeah.
So when like I don't know much about like the full series, but when did that like that thing start happening in like the timeline? Like was it 5 years, 10 years ago, or from the beginning?
So in the timeline of Power Rangers, or just like in like how long has it been going on?
Like
Yeah.
in just our timeline, like as people,
Okay.
like did the Power Rangers comments like start getting not just written, but when did they become good where someone like me or anyone else listening, like
Yeah.
they could pick up Power Rangers comics right now and have a freaking awesome time with them? They're written, the
multiverse
animation's
question.
good, like everything's awesome about it. So that's what I'm saying. But when did that start happening with the comics? Because that's
Yeah.
like a good way to get people back in if they're
Yeah, so it started happening in 2015 when they launched the original Mighty Morphin. They've had some comics throughout the years, but they've just never been this pushed in this well. And so those original, it was a 0 issue, which a lot of comics don't do 0 issues. And so they did a 0 issue and it sold out. And then they had all these covers that sold out immediately. So they had a lot of push for it up front. And Kyle Higgins, who wrote the first run of 30, wrote Shattered Grid and the whole like big arc. And if you read pretty much like starting from Mighty Morphin 1 to 30, and then it kind of dropped off a little bit because they've changed writers. And then Ryan Parrott, there's a prequel comic called Go-Go Power Rangers that he started writing, and so he wrote the first 30 issues of that, and it was kind of a prequel, and then it jumped to be kind of like a filler for the main line. And then now Ryan Parrott is writing both there's 2 ongoing series, so 2 different timelines that kind of intertwine. And so he's writing those. So really a good way to jump in is just start from 0, because it's like it's where it all began, and it starts right after the Green Ranger becomes part of the team. And so that kind of bonding and all that kind of stuff, which is really staple to the series. And then it does this whole multiverse craziness, which is huge right now with Marvel. But they did it. They did it in these comics, like huge event, like before all the multiverse MCU stuff broke out. And so Yeah, it was Shattered Grid was super cool because everybody had been like, I want more Rangers. There's so many Rangers in the timeline. And so they literally shattered the grid and brought in everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody you
Yeah.
could think of, and it became this huge Ranger war, and it was just awesome. So anyway, Humble
It's really
Bundle
cool.
actually had all the digital versions, like the entire
Mm.
series from start to finish on sale for like, it was like $20 or something. I bought it recently. So it's cool.
Yeah.
I have those PDFs if anybody's interested, if you guys are interested in reading it. But
If
like the
anybody's
library, though,
interested,
right?
you're about to get DM'd so hard right now.
Oh,
If
it's all
anybody's
good.
interested,
No, you can buy them for cheap. So, but if
Yeah.
if you guys are interested in reading it, that's what I'm
yeah, I
doing.
mean,
Yeah.
actually, I was to say we actually were at like comic book day on Saturday and just
Yeah.
I bought we bought a bunch of them for the kids, and yeah, I mean,
Cool.
like it's not like it's my thing is like I'm not like as hardcore into Power Rangers as you are, but like the comic books are super good. They're
Yeah.
really good.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's cool, and the writers have all been really awesome. There's like, there's this podcast called Ranger Danger, and they've done just kind of a watch along over the years, and they're still watching it. But they became friends with the original writer Kyle, and so they're like best friends with him now. And they did the first run. They did each issue. They did a podcast about it. So he would come in and break down the issues and all. So there's this backlog of this what they call the Boom Room, and then they became such good friends with him that Matt Groom, the guy on the podcast, started writing a comic with him, with Kyle. And then they've blown up and started their own IP called Radiant Black. And this comic is everything and more that Kyle wanted Power Rangers to be. And it's so good. And it's brand new. And it's just so topsy-turvy. So that's another one. I've recommended that on the show before, Radiant Black. But so those guys have actually teamed up with him and written these new comics. And then there's obviously the ongoing stuff too that's for the Power Rangers. So it's a really cool, like kind of niche thing to be in, but those comics are like in every store now and everything. So it's a really fun time. And this month is actually what Hasbro, the owners of Power Rangers, is deemed Power Month because it's when the anniversary falls every year. So every day there's some kind of new announcement, and they just announced a whole line of Ninja Turtle Power Ranger crossover figures. So I sent some of those to Aaron, but there's like the Green Ranger Shredder figure. It looks so cool. Looks so awesome. So anyway.
Nice.
Anyway, that's my Power Rangers corner. But yeah, everybody should listen to go check out my episode with the guys at Ranger Command Power Hour. It was a good time if you're into that. So, which if you're a new listener because of that show, thank you for coming over and hanging out with us. That's awesome, and really appreciate that. So
We're never going to talk about Power Rangers again, though.
No, I will keep talking about Power Rangers.
It's weird. I just heard Mason's door shut, and I see him behind you right now, about to strangle you, Aaron.
Yeah,
I've got this zip tie right here, and I'm gonna no, but yeah. Anyway, I had something else on. Oh yeah, so Mushy Head, the comic store, they had a collection trade in this last week, and I was telling Aaron about this, that somebody came and traded in a bunch of like the 90s old Megazords still in their boxes. And they have like the Dragon Zord and like the Shogun Megazord and like the Falcon Zord, all these iconic Megazords. And it's probably something I won't buy because it's like $200 for something I would never play with or take out of the box, because it's like per box it's like $200 a piece. But they did get one of the Lightning Collection Red Ranger helmets along with that I am going to buy from them, and I'm going to display it in the man shed pretty
I was
soon.
about to say, I was like, it just has to be a work of art at this point, where if it's that cool looking, like the helmet, then you can literally like display it and it would look cool. But you can't buy anything that's just in the box and it's gonna look.
Yeah, exactly. I can't justify buying this. I want the Dragon Zord so bad, but I will literally never take it out of that box because it's so just pristine and beautiful. So anyway, I'm gonna buy that helmet. I picked up the Marvel Legends War Machine helmet from GameStop this last week. I'm gonna put it in there too. It like the eyes light up and stuff, so it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. I've always liked War Machine, so I'm getting some things to kind of like bling out the good old man cave coming pretty soon.
Okay, dude, that's a man mansion. That thing's ridiculous.
For real. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna take me some time to get it like really done, but once it's done, it's gonna be super. Like it's gonna be my oasis.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's whenever like my office right. They were sitting right here. I had people coming to build a wall-to-wall built-in desk. With, shiplap, and then we're putting soundproofing mainly because I'm loud as heck. and like it's gonna be. I mean, I'm so excited for this space. And then Mason's like, haha, you think your office is cool, and builds a straight up mansion in his backyard just dedicated to his
My
nerdism.
nerddom. Yeah. Yeah.
His man cave is like the size of like most apartments
My
in New York
house.
City. Yeah, like it's insane.
I've been telling everybody I've been dreaming about this for many, many years.
You
So
have
like
though.
Yeah.
I'm finally gonna do it, and it's gonna be something like for me and the kids to enjoy too as they grow up. So I'm pretty
Hey,
stoked
leave
about
them
it.
out of this. This is yours.
Yeah. Heck yeah, dude.
Nah, it's all good. My
Heck yeah.
my boys mean everything. They take it all.
That's right. You ain't
He's-
gotta explain yourself to nobody, baby. You do you.
Oh man. Anyway, so Power Rangers War Machine helmet. I've always been a fan, like since the '90s episode of Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Oh great. The ambulances are going by, so you'll probably hear that.
Cool. I'll be right back.
Uh,
I gotta go get the ambulance.
right. Yeah, no, but the ever since that episode of Spider-Man where Venom attacks and War Machine shows up, I've always been like a War Machine fan. So
Dude,
good.
you literally read my mind. I didn't know who War Machine was until the 1995 Spider-Man, where literally it's the Venom and Carnage, and Venom shows up to get something, or yeah, because he had to steal something for
Yeah.
like Sinister Six, and then War Machine shows up. He's like, "What's up, baby?"
Yeah, he's like, "You ready to do work?" And I was just
And he
like,
did, dude.
yeah.
Like he
Oh
was so
man.
sick. Because I mean, War Machine in the Avengers movies, like the Iron Man's, he's okay.
Yeah.
But War Machine, that a different
Just
animal.
huge buff dude. Yeah. Oh
He
man.
was like 3 times the size, and just the way he talked, he was like, "What's up? War Machine's here."
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've always been a fan of War Machine. And then Marvel versus Capcom 2, there was the Iron Man skin, and then there was the War Machine. I
Machine.
always picked War Machine.
Oh, dude.
When I saw
You're
that helmet on sale, I was like, going in the man cave, done.
Yeah.
The rules.
Oh, dude, I love it. Because literally that War Machine, I just getting like vibes where you're just thinking, this guy's a beast. And then
Yeah.
we get the Avengers War Machine where he's not horrible, but he's kind of a weenie.
Yeah.
He's not good.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle's
Yeah, I was
good.
gonna
It's just
I say
I
Don
was
Cheadle's
just
an amazing actor. He just is
Yeah.
weird for work. He's not like an
Yeah.
action hero. You know? He's
Yeah,
just
no,
weird
no,
for
I
War
loved
Machine.
him as an actor. I'm not saying he's a bad
Yeah.
actor at all. He
Yeah,
just
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
seem like the character casting was weird.
I wanted
100%
this
agree with you. It's
I
very
wanted
odd.
just a huge buff dude, like
Yeah.
to fill that role, but it's okay. I mean, I still like the character and I bought the helmet, so
What about the original War Machine in Iron Man 1?
oh yeah, whatever happened to Terrence Howard?
Terrence Howard.
Name, never forget.
Speaking of Iron Man, actually, something that we didn't plan to talk about, but we should, is the new What If series.
Oh, that's so
Maybe.
funny. I was just about to say that.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch it yet, Wes?
Yeah.
So good, right?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I loved
no.
it.
Yeah, it
I
was
thought
cool.
Oh, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
love the adult cartoon type stuff, like it really, and the story was good and
Hentai?
yeah, no, not
To get
that.
Weston to spit his drink out.
It's anime.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's that one.
No.
Kidding.
But it's cool. Yeah, go ahead. You guys talk about it.
No.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I thought the voice acting was kind of but I thought the animation was phenomenal and the story was great. It moved along at a smooth pace for how long that episode was.
Did it seemed like to me the voice acting was most of the original actors? Yeah.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. I think Chris Evans played Captain America. I'm pretty sure.
No, he didn't do Captain
No?
America. No.
Really? It sounded like him. I don't know. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it was close, but
It's just a
I did
Brooklyn
read the
accent, then
credits
you're
on
fine.
that. Yeah, Brooklyn. Hey man.
It's just a generic white guy with a Brooklyn accent. That's all
Oh,
it
Brooklyn,
is.
hey man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Chris
about it.
Evans here. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's more Long Island, but that's all right. That's all right.
I don't know New York.
I don't know.
I love adult cartoons because I mean that's what like true anime is too. It's just
Yeah.
adult cartoons, or even like Adult Swim or just Family Guy and South Park, which are
Absolutely.
I mean those are pretty adult as well. But I liked it because it didn't take away from like this the Avengers story or the action at all.
Yeah.
And I thought the storylines they're taking and how they're developing it is pretty cool. Obviously, starting from Captain America, like what would have been Captain America's first
Mhm.
movie, So
Yeah.
I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Everything Disney's done, even this is completely off topic, but the new Monsters Inc. like show in Disney, all of them are super good. Like Disney,
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
and Marvel have just like Star Wars, all those shows. I like them all.
And there's so much more to come too,
Absolutely.
which is super awesome. So
Yeah.
I know.
I'm particularly looking forward to the War Machine show, just back on the War Machine train, because
That
it's
will
going
be
to be
good.
like what happens when the Iron Man tech falls into the wrong hands, and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. And so he's trying to save the day with all that. That looks super
I-
cool.
Is that next? Because I know like What If's going to be on for a minute, and then I don't know what's coming after that.
Hawkeye is
Okay.
next. Yeah.
Hot guy?
Hot guy. Again, here we go again. Hot guy
You
and
know,
hot girl.
Yeah, it's Aaron's got a hentai and hot guy in the same sentence or the same.
Look,
Don't Google that.
Sometimes I like to Google hot guy hentai.
He's kidding. He doesn't look at that.
I'm
not
just
Google.
kidding. No, please, yeah.
Parental
Don't do that.
advisory: do not go.
Right. No.
This is a family friendly show, and I need you guys to not Google that, please and thank you.
Definitely go Google it. No, but anyway, so it's Hawkeye, and then it's I think She-Hulk is after that at some point, which
Okay.
looks cool because like
I'm
it's gonna
excited.
have the whole.
Who's playing She-Hulk?
I can't remember her name, but I know Mark Ruffalo is going to be in it, and Tim Roth, who played Abomination in the original Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I did
he's
see
coming
that.
back for it, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. And he's apparently rumored to be in Shang-Chi as well, because Abomination shows up in Shang-Chi.
Oh, cool.
He is. That's
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
Yeah, spoilers.
I'm really excited for Miss Marvel too. That'll be good.
Yeah, that's coming this
I
fall too. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love Miss Marvel.
I think
Oh my
that's in
gosh.
between
Wait.
She-Hulk. Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
Kamala
Miss
Khan.
Marvel, not Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Kamala
Sketchy
Khan.
lady.
not Miss-
I
yeah.
was like, wait, I
Yeah.
thought we were having this conversation how stupid
Yeah, no.
Captain Marvel was.
Yeah, so Miss Marvel is going to lead into the next Captain Marvel movie,
Right.
where everybody's speculating that what's her face from WandaVision is going to take over Captain Marvel. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I can't remember her name.
yeah,
Gabrielle. So yeah. Well, I was just
Photon.
thinking her like human name.
It's like that. It's like that scene in Infinity War where he's like, "Oh, we're talking about our Superman or superhero names. I'm Spider-Man." He asked him what's his name. He's like, "I'm Doctor Strange." He's like, "Oh, our superhero names. Okay, I'm Spider-Man."
Yeah. That's so good. So good. Speaking of superheroes, do you want to segue into talking a little bit about Titans?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, because don't ruin. I don't really want spoilers, even though I will spoil Free Guy if you guys want me to. But yeah, because I am gonna watch Titans. So
yeah, it's very good. There's only 3 episodes.
Right.
3 episodes out right now, but it's very good.
Which makes me wish I was caught up, because I'd like to watch that in like a 3-episode stretch, because it's easier for me to do that.
Yeah,
with that show.
Absolutely. You're excited about Red Hood. Red Hood is available.
Everything you want. Yeah.
Available.
He's there. It's free to claim. The only thing that like, and it's not a real spoiler, but it's maybe like a tiny little spoiler per se, is that the Red Hood's origin story is a little different from the comics than it is in the show.
But you know what? They've had
from
so
what I
many
can
origin
tell.
stories.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, so-
the Arkham Knight had a Red Hood origin story. Freaking like Red Hood was
Gotham.
Joker at one time. Red Hood
Right.
was not Tim Drake, but Dick Grayson in the Red Hood under the Red Hood movie. So there's been so much.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and from what I had seen, because I'm not a huge DC comic book buff, but from what I'd seen, there was basically the 2 origins from the comic books, specifically both involving like interdimensional punching from Superman, I think it was. So I like I said, from that perspective, I think it's just a fair amount different. And it's funny actually, because in the comic books, okay, we all know that it's Tim Drake, right? Of course we know. It's that's who Red Hood is. Of course we know. But like in the comic books, Ra's al Ghul at one point brings him back to life, right? And even in the show they say, "Oh, could it have been Ra's al Ghul that brought him back to life?"
That's cool.
And they're like, "No, it wasn't, because he's somewhere." So like they just kind of dismiss that whole thing as a theory. So there's still like the theory is still out there as far as what's actually going on. But yeah, that's very minimal spoiler as far as that goes, because we all know he's there. We all know who he is. It's not a spoiler at this point in time.
I think what I'm most I think what I'm most excited for this season is that, I feel like it's been such a build up to Robin becoming Nightwing. it's a dick becoming
Mhm.
Nightwing, and finally you get Nightwing doing work, you know? Like
Yeah, we got some night dick.
yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, but am I right in saying that it's finally we're getting Nightwing finally
Yeah,
like
we
full
got
on
some night dick
Nightwing?
doing work. Absolutely.
Dang it, Aaron. I thought I was going to get out edit free of this
I'm
episode.
trying so hard to get us banned on Twitch. So hard.
Dude,
I'm talking
have you
about how
ever
hard
been
you
on
are.
Twitch? You think that's gonna do it right
Yeah,
now?
no. I'd have to
Yeah.
like be sitting here in a hot tub, just nude, basically. I think to get us banned.
Nah, I think
I-
they're fine with that. Don't worry about it.
I have some
true.
people
It's
I
true.
follow on Twitch that I like, I'll check the notifications sometimes and watch. But
Mhm.
and when I open the app, it always opens up somebody. Yeah, it always opens up somebody like cursing like loudly, and I'm like, oh god, my freaking kids are
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
here.
That's
It's
so
so
obnoxious.
frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
So if you're
still
listening
gonna
to this, don't open us immediately.
we still need to
when
start
you
our
open
Twitch channel Streamo where we just sit around and cry about our feelings. It's our
It's
new
true.
band.
Yeah.
Streamo.
Streamo.
We're
Gonna
gonna
make
start a new
millions.
fam,
We're gonna
farm
make
emo.
shirts.
Yeah. It's
Shirts.
gonna be yeah,
Who's dyeing the
It's-
hair black first?
I'll do it. I'm not dyeing my mustache though.
No,
Yep, I
you
gotta
have to.
grow this out a little more,
I think we need to name our band Farm Emo. I need to think we need to play country music and country music alone.
because we live in
And all have
Texas.
farmer stands.
Right.
I'm way ahead of
And
you.
we all has farm. I'm so like my face is so red. I'm so sunburned right now. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, so that kind of leads into I saw Free Guy this weekend.
Yes.
And have you wanted to see this at all, Weston? Me and Aaron talked about it a little bit.
I do want to see it, but it hasn't been a must see
Yeah.
on opening week movie, if that makes sense. Like it's something that
Yeah.
because even my buddy saw it the other weekend and he invited me, and I just couldn't go. But it wasn't like, oh, I want to see this movie so
Yeah.
bad. You know how it is, like opening weekend. This was like I want to see that, but
Yeah.
whenever it comes around.
Yeah, so we
Mhm.
had time. I felt the same way. I had really low expectations for it,
Yeah.
and man, it was good. Like it
Really?
was so
Nice.
much fun and so good, and there were
Dang.
so many cameos in the movie, and it's cameos if you don't even know you'll miss it, like kind
Yeah.
of thing. And it was just pointed like the game in the movie was basically based off a mixture of Fortnite and like Grand Theft Auto. So like the game, and it was just cool. It was a unique story of how it all came together, and it was kind of like a rom-com meets like the video game world and stuff.
Yeah.
So
This is dope.
and like Hugh Jackman did a voice in it, like
Nice.
Tina Fey was in it. I'll probably spoil the biggest one, but Chris Evans had like a 2-second cameo that was freaking hilarious in the movie.
That's awesome.
And so like
Were the cameos were they like actual people or were they like video game characters? Or how did that work?
so a lot of them were voices. Tina Fey was a real
Okay.
cameo.
Okay.
Channing Tatum cameoed and was a real cameo, and it was so freaking funny. Like me and my wife were just dying the whole time. She didn't even want to
Yeah.
see the movie
Yeah.
to start with. She was like, I guess I'll go with you if Aaron's not going to go with you or whatever because you were
Yeah.
busy this weekend and
TFCI.
stuff.
Oh yeah, thanks for the invite. That's fine.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding. I was busy this weekend.
yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so she walked out of it and she was like, that was so much fun and everything. And I immediately went home because they did a big Fortnite crossover and bought the skin on Fortnite. And also you get like a mode if you do the quest, and it's just perfect. It's awesome. So,
That's awesome.
I feel like you spent more money on the Fortnite skin than you did going to the movie.
I didn't spend any money on the Fortnite skin because I built up the V-Bucks. So
All right, fair enough.
yeah.
He's such a sniper,
enough.
dude. He just instant V-Bucks, just shower him.
Yep,
True,
that's
dude.
right.
So
I'm just gonna use
let me
my
ask you-
creator code DigiFreak33. No,
it was Ryan Reynolds who played it, started in it, correct?
yeah. It was his
I
movie,
swear to-
starred, directed, and promoted.
That guy
he
could do no
directed it?
wrong. I swear that guy could do no wrong.
or produced it or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was cool because the guy who
He's a
did
stallion.
who was the big rock guy in Thor Ragnarok?
Korg? Meek?
Yeah, Korg. Yeah, Korg.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was the he was the kind of pseudo villain type person in the movie, and he was so freaking funny. Like, and there was a
awesome.
bunch of streamers in the movie too, because it was all based
Yeah.
around a video game world, and so like they're like featuring it all over the news and stuff. And the streamers, like Ninja was in it for a second, and like making cameos and stuff. It was pretty funny.
That's awesome.
But yeah, and it's funny because like you'll me and my wife were sitting there, we're like, that's Hugh Jackman's voice. That's awesome. And then it was just like 2-second things, and then the Channing Tatum part of it was so freaking funny because It's
That's
like,
awesome. So it lived up to the hype from E3, basically.
yeah, it was one of those movies that it was worth every E3 commercial they had, I guess.
Nice. That's super dope. I've
No,
been wanting to see it for a while.
yeah,
That's awesome.
definitely. Like it's a definite watch. If you don't get to see it in the theater, definitely if you're not comfortable with that, like check it out when it comes out immediately.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
Aaron, what's the last movie you saw that you went into thinking it was going to be trash and it was actually really good? Mine's another video
Space Jam.
game.
Oh man.
Mine's another video game movie actually, but I'll say after you.
Warcraft.
Yeah,
No,
right.
Remember we
No.
saw that together forever ago.
You know what the funny thing is I think our answer is going to be the same thing. Do you want to say it at the same time on the count of 3?
Okay.
okay, go. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
You're
Yep.
right.
Yep,
Feel
absolutely.
that 100%.
100.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, what was the last movie? Yeah, that was probably the last movie that I could think of that was I didn't think it was going to be very good, but I still wanted to see it. And
Yeah,
that was
right.
good. Yeah.
and it was good too. I just
Yeah.
rewatched it probably about like 2 months ago, and I was like,
Oh
"This
yeah.
was a good movie." Like, and I had
Yeah.
really bad expectations, like thinking it was going to be
Yeah.
garbage, and I was like,
It's
"Well done. I'm
yeah,
ready for the second
absolutely.
one, baby."
Yeah, speaking of the
Absolutely.
devil, did you guys see that Idris Elba is playing Knuckles in the next
Knuckles.
movie?
Yeah.
Which is
What?
super dope.
That's so dope. Oh
I
my
gotta
god.
find that tweet and put it up. You guys,
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
they,
I like it's funny because like I didn't have high expectations for the movie, but I took my son to see it thinking, he'd love it. And like it was I enjoyed it just as much as he did. It was super funny, it was enjoyable. And I don't think that, what's his face, carried the movie, Jim Carrey. I don't think he carried the movie. I think the whole thing was fun.
it was
oh
all
yeah,
good. Yeah, I
For
mean,
sure.
he was one of my favorite parts of it, just because
Oh,
the
sure.
character is like him, right? If he was
Yeah, of
evil,
course.
but he didn't carry the movie for sure.
No, absolutely.
yeah, that was the tweet that he
Oh
posted
yeah,
when he
yeah.
announced it. He just put knock knock on there. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
that's right. That's right. That was so good.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the sequel to that. I think it's gonna
Dude,
be good.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good too.
Watch it be like we love the first one and all the hype and all that, and then it's just
horrible.
trash.
It's
I
gonna
know.
be, yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, anyway, if you are available to go see Free Guy, definitely see it. It was a good time. It was
Go
good.
check it out. Me and Katie gotta get a date night going this week, so maybe we'll go
Heck
see
yeah,
that.
for sure. So anyway, also one other thing that I wanted to talk about before we get into overrated, underrated is I have started my journey on Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
And Aaron, you were talking about how it was kind of a trash game, and maybe to like some of the hardcore gamers, it might be a trash game. I know a bunch of people are playing it now because like every time I get on, server times are just insane. It takes me like
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have to load it up 20 minutes and then wait to get in, like every time.
Yeah.
But we've been a group of 4 of us: Zach from Ranger Command Power Hour, another buddy of mine, Toku Chris, and this guy Shane, who's been like our Miyagi through the whole thing. We've all been running like the story quests and doing the dungeons together. And I just hit 50 today. So we're going to start on the 8-mans and stuff like that. Yeah, we just killed Garuda, which was awesome. The game is just beautiful in general. And it just
Yeah.
feels like all the dungeons like feel like WoW endgame content, which is really cool.
Yeah,
To me, which I've
absolutely.
really been enjoying. So, and the voice acting, and we're just in the first part of it that they basically redid, like the game everybody thought was trash. So I'm excited to get into the next expansions and stuff. The complete
Yeah.
edition's like $20 right now. So
Mhm.
I bought it on my Mac and on my PlayStation 5 as well. So I've been playing controller too, which is actually not too bad of an experience playing controller.
Oh,
But
good. Yeah.
yeah, I play keyboard usually. But like if I'm just chilling at night, want to play some triple triad or level my second job or whatever, I've been doing
Yeah.
been playing on controller, which been playing paladin, so I'm tanking, which has been super fun. And then I've got a caster, a summoner that I've been playing too. So yeah.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. We kind of just like, we just kind of take it day by day. It's like, oh, are you to this point in the story quest to do this dungeon? So we like all jump in and have been doing it all together, which has been really cool. It's been, yeah. So it's been a nice little run. Shouts to those guys. It's been awesome. Really enjoying it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying it. Yeah, I know like a lot of people, like you're saying, have given that game like some grief,
Yeah.
but I mean, everyone else, like all the WoW players are definitely over there now. mean,
Yeah.
there was a mass exodus just because of a lot of reasons.
Right.
But and they're enjoying it. I don't know. I guess a lot of people are kind of like considering it to be like old WoW content because it is
Yeah.
like pretty difficult and it's a grind, right? Like you've been playing for how long and what level are you? Or
I'm 50 and I've been playing for like a month. So like my first
oh,
month is just ending. So it's not like the first part is not a grind, but I think once we get into like, cause about to start 8-mans and raids and different stuff and different bosses. So it's about to really start getting good. And I think that's where it will start to get a little harder. But what I like
yeah.
about it, it's so story driven. Like every quest is part of the story and there's
Oh,
cutscenes
nice.
and like all kinds of stuff. So you can stay on the main line of quests and basically level your main through the whole story. And then like I have got a second job which you can just switch jobs in whatever you want to do. You just change your weapon and then level up. So like it's pretty cool because you can have like a bunch of different jobs on one character, which is which I really like. So I'm not really restarting tunes or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah. So I've always been like a tank or deep or like DPS warrior in WoW. So like I started as a tank because one, we needed one, and two, I was just like, this seems
Try
like my
something different.
spot.
Yeah,
Seems like my spot in tanking. And then I've started to play a summoner, which I've never played a caster in MMOs before. So been enjoying that. I know summoner's not the best caster, but
It's
my
fun.
buddy Shane was telling me it's really fun. So
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
yeah, it's cool. Yeah, we'll probably play some tonight after this actually. So it's cool.
Nice, man.
nice.
Yeah, I hit 50 today. I was like, woo!
Nice. Yeah, that's a
That's
super
awesome.
gratifying. I mean, for 1 month, like that's not
Yeah,
too bad.
yeah.
Huh. I just
Endwalker
play
looks
casual.
Yeah, Endwalker looks super sick though. Like the trailer for Endwalker, you should watch it because it's like a '90s alternative song. That's what it sounds like, but it's just like epicness going on. It just looks awesome. So
Cool.
pretty stoked. I think I might switch to Gunbreaker once I get to that level. Just because Gunbreaker looks super fun. I
It
just
is
want to be
super fun.
Squall. I just want to be Squall.
Death Knight's super fun too. I love it.
I bought Cloud's motorcycle mount, so it has like a little bit of a speed boost, and you're just like rolling around on the motorcycle, which is cool. And then I have a
That's awesome.
Magitech armor mount because Final Fantasy VI is my favorite Final Fantasy, and so the Magitech armor is like boss. So,
Nice.
Aaron, why did you quit playing, or why don't you play with them now? Because you already have a couple 50s, yeah.
Oh no, I've got a level 60 white mage, and I think I've got, well, I mean, because Mason said, you can just have one character and like level that one character with every single job in the game. But I've just got the level 60 white mage, and I think she's level 60 death knight as well. I just kind of quit because I just felt like playing through all of the old content and being required to play through all the old content kind of got old to me. I mean, it's fun, I mean, they're it's one of those games where it's either super fun and the highest of highs or the lowest of lows, in my opinion. And like, I just don't find the questing through the main storyline to be that exciting.
it's not until it is. That's how I feel about it. It's not
Yeah.
exciting until it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll tell you, like, once you hit 60, it becomes a substantial more. And I'm not trying to like discourage you from playing it or anything like that. Play it, have fun, of course. But just for my experience, like I hit 60, and playing through Heavensward, and just the main story quests, it just got, like I said, just got a little bit boring. And mostly, like I said, I was playing by myself and things like
right,
that.
yeah.
So I just kind
I
That
of
makes
think
a
it
big difference.
It makes it
Yeah.
so much more fun playing with people because I never would have done
Yeah.
it. And then so we did. It was cool because we started playing and we did an inaugural stream where we all were getting to a certain level, and then we took a picture and
Mhm.
posted on Twitter and stuff. But
Nice.
I was walking a guy through who had never played any MMOs before, Eric,
Mhm.
Ranger Command Power Hour buddy. But yeah, he hasn't played much with us. But yeah, we've kind of like branched off and been able to play together and really hit the main story points and do like we never have to wait for a dungeon or anything because we're all there so far.
Mhm.
So that's been cool. Yeah. But
Nice.
it's definitely, I think it's heightened the experience being able to play with people who are like super chill as well too. Like we haven't really
Mhm.
wiped it all. Like we've had one or
Yeah.
two deaths or something, but we haven't really wiped it all. But like everybody's just like, yeah, we're all playing casually and having fun
Mhm.
and like whatever. And there's Shane, he's got an 80 in every class and job. So my buddy Shane, so he's pretty hardcore, and he like gave us some
Yeah.
guild to start, and all this stuff. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Glad
Super
you guys are
fun.
having fun with it.
Yeah, excited about Endwalker and what that has to offer too. So hope we can get there.
Yeah. Endwalker has so right now you can go like server to server, but the outside of the server, it's I can't remember the name of it. It's like the server for all the servers on the server. It's absurd.
Yeah, there's so much of that there. It's like
but you're on like Ether or whatever it's called, and I'm on like
yeah.
Bahamut or whatever. I don't remember how it all functions exactly, but basically what I'm saying is in Endwalker, you can transfer from the main server. You can visit people. Right now, you can just visit servers inside of that. Like if there's like 6 servers on Ether, you can all visit them, and then on Endwalker, you can visit the lodestones. I think that's what they're called, something like that. Anyway,
yeah,
so
for
I
sure.
might pick it
Yeah,
up with you. That'd be kind of fun.
yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, come do some 8-mans with us. Awesome. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's all I got. Weston, did you have anything? I know me and Aaron had kind of rode the show here. So, you have anything you wanted to touch base about? Yeah.
I'm just here for the ride. I've been doing my normal competitive Pokemon teamfight tactics, which is
have you played any Pokemon Unite?
Yeah, a fair bit.
Is it good?
Oh, is it good?
We should play together. If you're gonna play, like I would play with friends, and it's just like any other, MMO. I mean, not MMO.
MOBA.
Yeah, MOBA. Sorry, thank you. It's like anything else. Like if you play with friends, it's fun. If you play by yourself, it can be like pretty horrible. So, if we play, like you should just play with me, and then we can all talk about it because I definitely have an opinion. But it's it's definitely worth playing. Like it's not a bad game at all. I'll say that much.
I played a little bit, but I haven't played any with people. I've done the tutorials and just kind of played computer matches. So yeah.
we just need to play together, and then we can kind of like see if we like it as a team. Because I think that it but even when I played it, I've only played it with other people, and I tried to play it like once or twice by myself, and I didn't enjoy it.
I just wish they would put it on computer. I think that's my problem. It's like I'd rather play something like that on computer.
Yeah, I mean, true, but you can't.
Switch, baby.
Yeah, you just can't. You wouldn't be able to cross-platform those because, like 9 times out of 10, it just is super. It's such an unfair advantage. But it plays well on the Switch. Like it's definitely not bad.
Yeah.
And then you can play in your bed, which is nice.
Cool. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's true. My PS5 is in my bedroom, so you can come lay in bed with me, and we can play all of these games. Really,
yeah, I'm down.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, overrated, underrated. I'll let you take it away, Aaron.
Welcome. Is that the segue music? Welcome to Overrated, Underrated, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh,
tonight we have Mason Merrill versus Westin Toad.
There's no verses. It's just our
there are right answers and wrong answers. And
great.
So overrated, underrated. You have to. I'm gonna give you a topic. You have to tell me if it's overrated or underrated. There is no in between, and you have 30 seconds if you'd like to state a case. If you don't want to, that's fine. Are you gentlemen ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready so much.
I was born ready.
Much ready, me.
Very well. I will back and forth both of you. So let's start with Mason. Overrated or underrated? I will show you my dick first. The console wars.
Okay, the console wars. What are we talking here?
PlayStation versus Xbox versus Nintendo versus Sega.
Oh, so that whole thing is like is overrated, underrated?
Yeah,
it's overrated because you can have fun on any of the consoles, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay. So I just specify. Are you talking about just in general, like, or the past or now?
No, all of it. The whole 25, 35 year console war.
Yeah, it's definitely underrated because in the beginning, it was so much fun to watch, like, just people just start one-upping each other and just talking crap. I love that. I love, like, whenever people are just at war with each other, companies, teams, it makes me so much better when then the handshaking, like, okay, good for you. Good for you. Shall we play together on cross-platform? No.
I can't wait to see Westin in this Pokemon tournament. He's like, screw you, I win.
Yes. Dude, war fighting is fun. It's entertaining, and as a spectator, you're just on the edge of your seats. I enjoyed it when I was young. Now it's too much hand holding.
I love it. That was almost exactly 30 seconds. Perfect. All right, Weston, back to you. Good Charlotte, overrated, underrated. The band.
Dude. Good Charlotte, underrated. They were like they got like so much hype at the beginning and then just destroyed. No, they're still good. Underrated.
Bro, Benji Madden is married to Cameron Diaz. Highly underrated situation going on.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah,
All right.
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. That's my jam right there.
Dude, I could listen to
Actually,
that album back to
I
back.
never heard Good Charlotte until I met Westin, and I came over to his house. We were like playing Digimon and listening to freaking Good Charlotte, and I was like, I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Love it.
Don't ban me, Twitch.
Mason, back to you. Expensive deli meat.
Oh,
Overrated, underrated.
Underrated. Yeah, there's nothing better than good unprocessed meat.
Okay.
Dude, I think it's overrated. I can buy like the HEB brand sliced meat, and like honestly, is it that much better than Boar's Head? I think it's probably better, honestly, than Boar's Head. Expensive deli meats are
okay. Are we talking like Hormel?
It's all
in
bad
the
for you. That's the problem. It's all bad.
Are we talking Hormel in the package, or are we talking like cut meat? Because like no, I'll buy like different brands than Boar's Head. But I thought you were saying like packaged versus like deli meat.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Either way, overrated.
Okay, underrated.
I'm going to be honest.
All deli meat's bad for you.
Now.
It's all crap. It's overrated.
I apologize to the listeners. I took over the narration side of things today to save time, but clearly that's not going to happen. All right. Weston, over to you. Overrated or underrated? The iPhone.
It's just appropriately rated. It's just obviously like
you have to be one of the other. Overrated.
No,
or
it's
underrated.
just appropriately rated. Like it is what it is.
All right.
Underrated. It's the best device I've ever used in my life.
Oh man, I knew you were gonna say that. All right, Mason, over to you. Truman Capote's the book. Truman Capote's In Cold Blood. Underrated or overrated?
Okay, underrated because I exactly know everything you're talking about right there.
Weston.
Absolutely underrated because I don't know what you're talking about either.
Weston's the reader. I thought he might get this one.
No,
I was like, I'm gonna look like an idiot.
I only read good books. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Boom.
Truman Capote's In Cold Blood is the most overrated book of all time. I was hoping Katie would be listening at this point, but she's clearly not.
She's still
all right.
Somewhere. Yeah,
she is. Okay, that's fine. Weston, back to you. Overrated, underrated. Frozen Coke.
Frozen Coke?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like frozen Coke is underrated. It's better than normal Coke.
I agree.
Icy in a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Like what's better than that? You know?
I agree.
Underrated.
Underrated is the correct answer. You guys both get a point for that one. Very good.
Katie's still here, by the way. She says I am.
Wonderful. I can't see chat, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mason, back to you. Overrated, underrated. 3D Doritos.
Haven't had those, so overrated.
Okay. Weston, interesting.
I'm not a big Dorito guy though. Like I've never like, I love Doritos. Like Doritos Locos Taco, delicious but messy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Even if you're the nicest eater in the world, you will have cheese on your dashboard. Somehow.
That's absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Yeah. Wait. What was the question? Who was it?
3D Doritos.
Oh yeah, overrated, dude. Don't mess with a perfectly good Dorito Cool Ranch or Doritos Fire Ranch Taco. Just leave it alone. Doesn't need to be three. Just leave it alone.
What is it? What is 3D Dorito?
I don't know what it is, but I don't want it.
You know what? It's like a puffed up Dorito. It's honestly, it's almost like a bugle. But with Dorito flavors, it's really good.
No.
They have a spicy cool ranch.
I feel like that episode of Friends right now where Ross and Joey are having they're having like a spat or something, and they drink the green stuff, and Joey's like, ugh, and I'm like over here like, that's me right now. I'm like, oh, that sounds delicious. Actually, a bugle Dorito.
Love it.
No,
all
right. How dare you?
I wrote all this while I was hungry. All right, Weston, overrated, underrated, jalapeno poppers.
Underrated, absolutely delicious. Underrated.
All right.
Michelle says MSG.
Yes, she's Asian. She would say that. Mason, over to you. Jalapeno popper.
Underrated, bro. Underrated,
Underrated.
all day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
spice me up with that cheddar and whatever that's in there. It's delicious.
No, they put, like,
Both wrong answers. Interesting.
I have
Okay.
a story I need to tell, but I'm gonna tell it offline about
Okay, that's
jalapeno
fine.
poppers. Yeah, in the
Alright.
first time we hung out with Weston's wife, actually.
That sounds like it might be inappropriate. All right.
No, it's not inappropriate.
Back to Mason. Parties where all the girls have butts, underrated or overrated?
Overrated, bro. Like,
Overrated. Okay.
get you some Asian.
That is the most underrated statement of the century, dude. Because where the butts are, was where the party is, dude.
That is the
Even
truth.
if you don't even want that butt, there will be other things. It's where the party is. Have you ever gone to a good party and there's girls with flat butts? No.
I
No.
go to the party at my house every day.
Oh
It's
my
awesome.
god. Okay.
All right.
Hey,
Weston 1, Mason 0 so far. All right, here we go. Weston, back to you. The Ranger Command podcast, underrated or overrated?
This is going to show if he's actually listened to my work of art.
bro.
We
Underrated.
know he doesn't listen.
Underrated. Of course, underrated. This is just a shameless plug. Underrated.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. That podcast is way underrated. Everybody should listen to it.
Absolutely. All right, Mason, back to you. Turtles, underrated or overrated?
Ugh, turtles. That seems like a pet I could get down with. So like underrated. Yeah.
Wow. Found a new
Yeah.
pet for Mason. All right.
No, I'm not ever gonna have a pet, but that seems like a pet I could like chill with.
You know what?
Oh
Because
my
it's
God, I'm
overrated,
dead.
and you know why it's overrated? Because people like you would be the only one to get that as a pet, one that they didn't want to touch or like admire. That it's just living with them, but it's contained
Hey,
in
I'm
like a
down, I'm
perfect.
down.
Yeah,
That's true.
no.
I
Don't-
got my
turtles are overrated.
I got
They
my
add
wife on
nothing
board.
except age.
I got my wife on board with having a pet snake. So yeah, we
Mm.
went to like a snake show, like a
Oh wow! Hey, what?
we went. So it's like this trade show.
Don't have
Did
to
the
tell
snake
us
pop
more.
out like a
We can
turtle?
leave
Yeah.
it at that. We went
That's
to the
it.
snake show.
We went to the snake show and it was my bedroom. Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Oh no!
Bow chicka wow wow. All right,
All right.
next.
Oh, are we done with that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Weston, over to you. Teenage X-Men. Underrated or overrated?
Teenage X.
Yeah, you did.
Like just
Michelle's
in
giving me high
general,
fives.
over the history.
Yeah,
of
like
X-Men?
Jubilee and like the first class
Dude,
and all that.
They're so overrated. Why would you ever? What do they do? They just get in trouble and just give the X-Men more things to do. They would
Yeah,
just be
sure.
more bored because
That's what I want to
to
see. X-Men Academy. I don't want to see Wolverine doing work in X-Men. Are you kidding me? That's nothing I want to see. Cyclops, ugh, get out of here. I want to see the
Okay.
kids do work. That's what I want.
Okay.
Hell no. Hell no.
Going. I don't understand what Mason just said. If that was underrated or overrated.
It was
but-
sarcasm, my friend. That's what he just did.
Oh, is that
Overrated.
what that was?
Okay.
Very
that's
much
called-
overrated.
Okay.
Underrated.
Now we're gonna combine the last two. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Mason, overrated or underrated?
Under. Like you could never get too much Teenage Ninja Turtles, and then you mix them with Power Rangers. Mind explosion.
Weston.
Yeah, I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are overrated. Sorry.
Overrated. Oh
yeah,
my
I think they are. Dude.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now
It's not that I
out
don't
of
even
the-
know like them. I think they're overrated, man.
Okay. All right. Now on to the next part, which Mason already spoiled for us. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle / Power Rangers crossover. Overrated, underrated.
You didn't read it, but it's good. It's definitely it's underrated. Yeah, I like it.
That sounds
it was
more
actually
underrated than
Weston was supposed to go first.
Yeah.
That's
See, that sounds more underrated than just the turtles by themselves.
It's good stuff. I'm gonna put a picture of Green Ranger Shredder just up here for you so you can see it.
okay.
It's awesome.
While we're pondering that, I think it's to Mason. Mason, Tesla cars, overrated, underrated.
Under because that Cybertruck, man, I want it.
Well, I specifically said cars, not trucks, but that's fine. No
Oh.
worries.
Okay, overrated.
I'm just being a douchebag. It's fine, Weston. What else is new?
That's the Green Ranger Shredder, by the way.
That looks sick.
Nice. It just looks like a Power Ranger even without trying.
Yep.
That's honestly true.
There's Raph.
I like that the Power Ranger Ninja Turtles just look like fat Power Rangers.
Well, they're like
True.
turtles.
They're like
Power
the
Rangers.
they're
Ah.
like the bodybuilders of the Power Ranger world.
Pretty much.
Like, you know
yeah.
how bodybuilders aren't like, like shredded. They're just like large men or
So
ladies, I suppose,
we
if you want to be.
Don't get me
before
started
we
on
move
bodybuilders.
on from this, the my wife put in the chat turtle ninjas because like her Asian kicks in and she like pronounces everything backwards. So for years our
Mhm.
joke has been she always says like when she's talking about Ninja Turtles, she always says turtle ninjas. and I always give her a hard time. I'm like, "Oh, the turtle ninja? The turtle ninja?"
That's gonna get us kicked off.
I know.
I'm
It's
kidding.
an inside joke.
I like that Katie said tootin' mean age needle teetles. It's
Yeah,
delightful.
she did a the crochet for me of that. Yeah, it's cool.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
At my behest. You're welcome for that. I hope you
Thanks.
enjoyed it. You're welcome. Weston, overrated or underrated Tesla cars? You didn't answer.
Man, I even though they're so rated high, I think they're underrated still. Changing the game.
Okay. I respect it. That's the correct answer, by the way.
I mean,
They are
also,
underrated.
I want to ride in a spaceship, so yeah, I think they're kind of underrated.
It's true. Fair enough. All right. Next question. Weston, gender equality, overrated, underrated.
Oh god, here we go. Don't no. Pass.
I neither confirm nor deny any such
Mhm.
thoughts have ever crossed my brain.
Mason, goes
Pass.
to you. Okay. Your wife is here. It's
Underrated,
fine.
bro. Underrated. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We
Fair
should
enough.
all be equal. We were all
Yeah,
created
I,
equal.
I don't know why both of you didn't say underrated. It is underrated. I agree. All right, Final Fantasy VII, underrated or underrated, Mason?
Oh, that's a hard one. Because I think it's overrated because there are better Final Fantasy games out there. Just gonna say it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Respect.
Yep. And everybody touts it as the best ever. And I'm like, I love it. I just don't get me wrong. It's a really good game. Really awesome. 6 is way better story wise.
Okay.
Man, I don't know.
It's the first head scratcher here, I feel like.
I think it's underrated. I think it's underrated
Mm.
because no matter like what I I don't know of a better Final Fantasy game, but I haven't played them. Like obviously everyone like you have,
Mhm.
but I don't know, man. It just changed. I feel like it just changed the game completely in the history of video games. It was one of like the most influential just in general. So how could you just go underrated, even maybe just as a game versus the other games for sure, but as a game that just changed the entire landscape? I don't know. Still underrated.
Okay. All right. Well, the score is currently tied. Let's see where we go next. Weston, Super Smash Bros. Underrated or overrated?
Oh man, underrated still. Talk about like
Mm.
the biggest fighting game in the history of the world. Like that's it,
Okay.
really.
Dang.
Overrated. It's just getting too just crazy, man. Like
Mhm.
can't keep
Mhm.
up anymore with it. And I like the idea of Ultimate and what they're doing, and you can go in and pretty much grab anybody. Goku's coming. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's gonna be there eventually. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just think
Cloud,
it's
Sephiroth, everyone
yeah.
speaking.
It's like you said earlier. It's just not a good fighting game anymore. Like
Yeah.
Melee is probably a good game. It's still
Well,
they play tournaments.
yeah, like that's
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
real like the big boys like that. They only play melee
Melee,
still.
yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
I
So
sold a copy of Melee for like $80, like, a couple
Dang.
years ago. Like, it's wild. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can still, but the new ones are definitely overrated.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Smash Bros is overrated. So here we go. All right. So cookies. That's the correct answer. All right.
Correct.
Who is it? It's to Mason. Cookies without milk. Underrated. Overrated.
Cookies
No milk.
without milk?
Without milk.
Overrated, bro. Like, yeah, cookies are okay. I'd rather eat gummies or something else like that.
Okay.
Or like
Okay.
a chocolate bar. I love chocolate.
Yeah. Weston.
Yeah,
Weston. To you.
I think it's overrated. Like the
Yeah.
milk, it's something special. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, I agree.
For sure.
People who eat cookies without milk are proven sociopaths. That's a scientific fact. Weston, to
Dude,
you.
spitting
Oh,
facts here.
spitting facts. You both got that one correct. Spitting facts. Weston, to you. Overrated, underrated, existential dread.
Man, I don't know. Just nothing like that's something like gets me zapped in the morning, like existential dread. I love it. It's completely underrated.
Okay. Okay.
As a person Are we talking just about like the emotion, or is this something that I'm missing? Okay.
No.
Yeah, no. As a person who lives with chronic anxiety, definitely overrated. It's the worst.
I like to think of it as like a large monster that could track me down and devour me at any moment, but I'm always like hiding and like running from him. So it's really just makes me more better as a person. Anxiety, crippling anxiety, menacing, crippling, destroying, heart-rending anxiety. I like it, honestly.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that
that's
approach.
definitely
Yeah.
definitely words to be applied to anxiety and depression.
Right.
That is correct. All right, Mason, to you now. Final question, because we've done 20. We've done 20 now. To Mason, sundresses.
Sundresses.
Underrated or overrated? Yeah.
Sundresses. Underrated. Underrated. Love my wife in a sundress.
And Aaron in a sundress.
And Aaron.
I'm very cute.
Yeah, absolutely underrated. If you were gonna say anything but underrated, honestly, I almost backed out from coming. I was like, no.
I was trying
can't
not
hang
to say
out
the
with him
wrong
anymore.
thing because I was like, formulate the right word that you want to convey here. Yeah, because I get them
You
mixed
backed
up.
out from coming?
Yeah,
Georgia,
Okay.
Coming Georgia.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Shouts.
a town.
Yeah,
Shout outs
if
to
you don't
County
like
Georgia.
sundresses, then
My wife gave me a little kissy face for that.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, you guys did really well. After tallying all the points, it looks like we are actually even. Surprisingly, there's a tie.
in fact,
I
you
didn't-
won. It was weird.
I didn't expect that. I did actually win. I got all of them correct. Yes, I have the correct opinion on all of these.
Well, hey, this was fun, guys. This was a good time, and we're gonna
was.
see each other in less than a week, and that makes me happy.
Yes.
And maybe we could record a podcast after the or just go live and record our next podcast after the tournament that night. That'd be fun.
That would be
Sounds
fun.
good.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
So
Cool.
live in person
Yes. Are we signing off now? What are we doing?
soon. Yeah, no, like when anything else you
Oh,
wanna say?
okay.
Get off your
No,
chest.
I didn't.
Like,
Yeah,
how's life? Everything good, Katie?
it's fine.
Everything good?
Life's been good. Had a fun week. My brother visited. It was a good time. We hung out. I put a new UV filter on my koi fish pond so that
Wow, what a terrific show. Those guys did great. Did you like that? Of course you did. Subscribe to the podcast to show your support. Until next time, we'll see you next time.